Hi friends! This is DaintyTank. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to First Snow. This is part 7 of the series. This is also towards the end of Act 2. And the main protagonists are already together. Poke the Totoro in the upper right card area to see the rest of it, including that adorable kiss. Oh my god, it was so cute! And so, where we left off, we had just told Caprice that Allison and Aline are dating, really adorably and awkwardly. And then we were suddenly left alone with Wallace. So, we don't know what's going to happen with Wallace. Probably something cute, because he's like a gentle giant. And so, let's just jump straight back into things. Boop. Load the game! The day after. While I think Wallace to be a perfectly nice person, I'm still not really sure how to act around him. With Caprice no longer being the center of attention, that familiar self-consciousness I have around strangers flares up once again. It seems I'm not alone in not quite knowing what to say, Wallace and Aline doing little more than awkwardly milling around. Given that they're good friends, makes me think something is going on. I've told her, Wallace, you don't need to keep your mouth shut anymore. As he lets out a sigh of relief, it finally clicks. Wait, you knew about Aline LA? Aline? Yes. Not you, though. Going by the fact that this didn't just become intensely awkward, I'm going to say things worked out. Aline takes my opposite shoulder and shakes me gently. Seems so. Well, I'm happy for you too. Hope it works out. Oh, so he already knew. He was already like, yeah, she's gay. And then he was like, awkward lesbian tension, having a dinner party. I'm here on the couch too. Good guy, Wallace. Thanks. Told you I'd find someone who could put up with me. That's not the kind of thing you should say about yourself. Guess I'll get out of your way then. Just take things easy, okay? We will. We give each other our goodbyes before he leaves, his unmistakably large figure slowly disappearing down the orange-lit hallway. And then there were 2. I thought you didn't want to tell anybody. Wallace is different. He's known I like girls since we were in high school. He's known I like you for a while now, too. Oh, so you told him. I feel myself blush. The thought that Aline talked to Wallace about me like that makes me smile. Suppose we'd better head home, too, given the club meeting's over. Guess so. It's an obvious invitation for us to leave together, but find my feet stuck. I know I'll see you again tomorrow, but something on your mind? I don't really know how to phrase this, but what happens now? The expression she gives is one of genuine thought rather than judging me for being so lost. It's only now that I wonder if this is actually her first relationship or not. If it is, that makes my confusion a little bit more embarrassing. It's up to you as much as it is for me, you know? I guess school has got us for the week, but how about we go on a date on Saturday? Be good to get some use out of the car for once. Yeah, that would be good. I mean, yes, let's do that. I can drive us, so just give a heads up once you've worked something out. As a considered prospect, I can see a little excitement from Aline at the idea of going on our first date, though I doubt she's realized it herself. A silence settles in the room. I see my chance. Aww. Allison? Aww. Taking Aline's hands in mine and raising myself to my toes, I close my eyes. I let my chin push forward. My heart feels to stop for a fleeting moment, my lips gently pressing to Aline's as our hands intertwine. As our lips part and they come back down, my heart makes up for lost time. Come to think of it, I guess that's the first time I've ever kissed somebody myself. I have to admit, the physical side of us being together is nice, even if it is awkward. I can't help but feel the sensation lingering despite the moment having passed, filling me with warmth. Even Aline, so normally placid and stoic, looks flushed. Two of us end up standing around like complete dorks, the only sound being the trees rustling outside. I've been wanting to do that since this morning. I swear you're getting bolder by the day. With a gentle smile, Aline reaches over and rubs my hair. Even if it still don't quite know how to react when she does so, I can feel my head leaning into it and a grin spreading on my face. Oh, that's cute. You guys are cute. Oh, that was really adorable. Oh, my heart. Oh my goodness. Not only is, like, Aline the one who made the first move, kinda, like, well, Allison made the move verbally, but then, like, physically, Aline made the first move with the kiss, and then suddenly Allison's reciprocating within the day, and there's this clear communication on both sides. This is such a great, healthy queer relationship, and I love it. Okay. I'll stop freaking out. No, I'm not. This is awesome. I love it. I love it so much. I love the queerness. I love the communication. I love everything about this. Oh my god. Pride Month. Okay. Back to it. With the day wearing on, I let out a badly hidden yawn as I leave the cafeteria. I clutch my bag tightly as I walk, both from the cold and trying not to take up too much space given all the people milling around. I can't help but eavesdrop on the conversations around me as I walk, the building humming with activity. One conversation from the groups idling around catches my ear, chatter between some girls about their plans to be with their families again for the holidays. It makes me excited for Christmas all over again. As I push through the heavy door and step outside, I wonder if Aline would be as eager. Probably not. The fact that she doesn't get on with her parents is a worry, but surely they can't be too bad if they're paying for her to live in such a place. For all I enjoy Christmas, it doesn't sound like Elaine has much reason to. A sudden vibration from my pocket grabs my attention, my hand instinctively diving in to pluck my phone out. She hasn't admitted it, but I think Elaine's enjoying playing with her new toy. Hey, I'm in the coffee shop if you want to meet. I quickly text her in agreement and hit send as I step off the stairs, dodging a student that I nearly bump into as I do. If only I had an extra set of eyes, I could use this while walking more easily. You can actually, and this is of course me using technology to solve problems, but there's actually texting apps that you can get that actually have, uses the camera as a background. So it overlays the letters in opaque bubbles, almost like you see here, over top of what you're actually seeing on the other side of the phone. Never, ever, ever text and drive. Period. It's not worth it. But if you're texting and walking and doing something of that sort, that isn't a feature that you could do to just keep yourself a little bit safer. Just a thing. Heading towards the cafe, I muse on how normal things still feel. Happy for us being together, of course, yet life goes on. She enters my thoughts more and more these days, but schoolwork, chores around home, and the club doesn't stop. One thing has changed, though. I feel more sure of myself than ever. Knowing what my own feelings are is oddly liberating. Yeah. Hey! The oak tree. The rush of warmth as I step through the door makes my shoulders slump in relief. Thank goodness for the interior heating being cranked right up. Oh, there's already a coffee. Doesn't take long to notice Aline sitting alone on the table with her coat and scarf in her lap, coolly staring out the window to pass the time. Walking up, I notice not one, but two coffees sitting at the table before her. Hi, Aline. Is someone else with you? Aline's apathetic expression barely changes as she turns to see me sit before her. I'm a little disappointed, but I know her well enough by now to expect it. She's not the type to show her emotions easily. The second's for you. You helped me out earlier with life drawing, so I wanted to return the favor. It's fine. You don't need to repay me. So that debt was still lingering on her mind, huh? Now that she's bought it for me, though, I suppose I can't exactly say no. The coffee proves too hot to bring it to my mouth, so I settle for blowing on it a bit. How's your day been? Good. I mean, normal, I guess. Might think everything's still normal, but my nerves around Aline haven't quite settled yet. We have only been together for a matter of days. I gingerly take a sip to calm myself down before continuing. Physics was good. Kind of basic right now, but I think we're going to get some interesting stuff next year. So, what are you doing? Trying to stay awake, mainly. What a day. Caprice? You're getting too good at this. I just awkwardly smile. As I do, my eyes drift to the side after noticing a sharply dressed familiar figure, breeze into the cafe and up to the counter. Aline follows my gaze, an eyebrow lifting. Oh, it's that mechanic girl. She's appalling with names. She's Millie. You should at least remember who fixed your car. Did you want to talk to her or something? You keep looking at her. Yeah, well, I don't want to annoy her. She might be busy. I barely know her anyway. Aline looks at me a moment, unimpressed. I used every excuse in my book to not bother Millie too. Then again, I suppose that's the problem. Hey, Millie. I shrink in my seat as Aline's casual calling out across the cafe, taken completely off guard. Millie turns towards the source of her name, giving her usual calm smile upon recognizing us. See, it's not that hard. This is a good opportunity to know her better. Oh! Millie takes her coffee as the barista slides it across the counter before strolling over and daintily take a seat at our table. Oh, goodness. Oh, the transitions. I was not expecting this, adorable, cable knit sweater with a bow tie. Good afternoon, Allison. Aline. Good afternoon. Welcome to Friday. Finally, so yes. Any plans for the weekend? Aline and I exchange a brief glance, both of us looking forward to plans we made on Saturday. But there's still the day after. Depends on the weather. I was thinking of heading out to the mountains with Wallace, if it's not too bad. As Aline takes a long drip of her coffee, majestic mountain ranges and foothills around the city float to mind. It'd be freezing cold this year, but she seems to be made of certain stuff. I haven't taken her to be the outdoorsy type, though. Sounds nice. Hiking? Aline shakes her head as she sets down her cup. We brought some permits for deer hunting. What? Deer hunting? As in killing them? She stares at me for a moment before looking downward, trying to make some sense of it. Yeah, sense of the words. It takes an awfully long time for her to formulate a response. So, yeah, you were basically just sitting there awkwardly. Well, we don't pet them. Wallace taught me how to shoot down at the range, and I take a loner whenever we head out. So that's what Wallace gets up to outside the writing club? I did wonder about that. It's nice that they found a way to bond as friends, but to think of a big, proud deer laying dead in the grass. You do know how meat goes from an animal into a pretty little package at the supermarket, don't you? Of course I do, but I wouldn't want to personally involve myself at that level. Is that the point of a big day out for them? I have to admit that I'm a little jealous of how they showed this whole little world, but I don't think I could ever be a part of it. Millie reads the room quickly as I take another sip of my coffee. Any plans for yourself, Allison, outside of murdering deers? Nothing so exciting, just shopping for groceries. Sounds like my weekend plans. I'm the only one of my roommates with a car, so it's easiest if I do the groceries myself. Oh, that pout is cute. Speaking of roommates, what are your thoughts on this new club of Caprices? At first, I thought it was just a diversion, but she really does want her art club to work out. She's talked a lot about you two as well, actually. Elaine and I both look to each other in concern, Millie offering no explanation beyond an indulgent smile. For all I tease her, I am sincerely glad to see Caprice so happy. She shines brightest when she has something to work on. Oh, that face. It's nice to see Millie care so much. They strike me as caring for each other, as more than roommates, almost sisters or such. Well, I still feel the familiar pangs of homesickness from time to time. Finally seeing that sometimes family is more than who you grow up with. Yes! Found family is a thing. We all have people around to support us and help in what we set ourselves out to do. A ping from Millie's phone rings out. Elaine and I going silent as she hastily takes it from her coat pocket. That face! What the heck, Millie? What? How? Oh! It's like that's, Patrick meme. Oh! Love it. Anyway. The resigned frown spreading on her face shows it's not good news. Noticing our concerned expression, she soon moves to allay our worries. Sorry, I have to go. Affairs in my own club need attention. Sometimes I wonder why I do this to myself. I ask myself that question all the time. Take it easy. Take care in the snow. It's starting to pile up. I'll make sure. See you later. See you around. Yes. Art clubs are interesting, but writing clubs give you the supervillain fingers. Sorry, just couldn't help it. The two of us wave her off, and Millie quickly doubling back to fetch her still full cup and take it with her. A brief silence ensues between the two of us as we sip at our own, quieter chat of other students and staff at the cafe, providing background noise as we do. Sorry for being so weird. About the hunting, that is. I was shooting my mouth off. Forgot you liked animals and that sort of thing. I didn't take you for liking the great outdoors. Being stuck indoors all the time is easy to do when focusing on painting, but it gets stifling after a while. Be nice to take a trip somewhere with Elaine, to the mountains or wherever else, seeing the places she likes to go and how it influences her art. Probably not to go hunting, though. Millie's nice. Keeps the writing club going. Sounds like a lot of work. See, could never have had that nice chat if I hadn't called her over. You could stand to be a little bit more social, you know. You're a good person. You get on perfectly fine with most. I'm flattered by what she's saying, but I'm not sure exactly how to put that into practice. Without a reply forthcoming, Elaine gives a flustered sigh. Allison, why do you think I joined this dumb club? When she mentions it like that, I realize I never did give her a compelling reason. Caprice and I just pushed it on her until she broke. Or at least that's how I understood it. I actually thought about joining the existing art club for a while, back when they first offered. They seemed interested in me, and I was just some bewildered freshman who didn't know anything at that point. Over time, I realized they didn't give a damn about me. They just wanted my paintings and my skills. I was a trophy for the club, something to be shown off. That was when I gave up on them. So, you joined this one because Caprice was better? She's the last person I'd do this for. I joined the club for you, Allison. Aww. You just wanted to hang out while I did my thing. I liked that. There was no mental games and no need to worry about ulterior motives. I had someone to share my interests with. That's all I really wanted. Worked out pretty well in the end. I got someone to share my love with painting with, and thought that maybe the club would help you open up a bit. Oh, she's amazing. She joined for my sake, as well as her own. I awkwardly fiddle with my coffee cup, trying to think of how to reply as my cheeks flush. I don't know what to say. Well, I do. We need to get to class. Raising an eyebrow, I changed topic, I grabbed my phone and checked the time. I really had completely lost track of time while relaxing here with Elaine. I quickly jump up from my seat, pushing it in as Elaine collects her things and swinging her coat and scarf around her. That was very cute. Chemistry's just about to start. What class did you have coming up? Math. All energy dissipates from the situation as I pat her shoulder in sympathy. Hang in there, Elaine. That's cute, guys. Oh. Are we switching to Saturday? Are we going on a date? Safari? You went to the zoo? You went to the zoo together! That's adorable. The elephant's mighty trumpeting sounds as a couple children scurry away with giggles of laughter. The animal was as excited about the small crowd watching on as they are of him. Stepping back from the enclosure and joining Aline once more, the two of us walk on. Tiger hot dog? No. Icy penguin to go. What? Even as we bought our tickets, I wondered if coming here during winter was such a good idea. Turned out to be better than I could have hoped. Never been here with so few people around. Usually this is a complete madhouse. It's nice. Oh, as we stroll on, Aline takes my hand in hers as we walk. It's weird how just such a simple gesture can make me feel so warm, my cheeks hurting as I smile. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. On my first date with Dainty Wife, I smiled so long and so hard that my face was sore for days. For days. Okay, given, like, our first date was, like, I think 8.5 hours, so, you know, a normal lesbian date. I've seen it done in so many romantic movies, but actually feeling someone take my hand in theirs is unexpectedly comforting. You're so easy to please. Without any real idea of how to respond, all I can do is keep walking. Maybe I should find it off-putting that Aline's so calm about this sort of thing compared to me. But I think I might even prefer it. She feels reliable, I think. Level-headed. Crowded or not, it's a nice zoo. You've never been here before? Considering I've only been in this city since college started? Not really. Wait, where do you come from then? Russia. My family immigrated a few years ago, so still getting used to how things work around here. The question of whether she was a native has genuinely never occurred to me. She doesn't have any kind of accent, so I would never have thought of it. Not like the blonde hair or anything. If she's Russian, I couldn't tell at all. That was a lie. Oh. Can't tell if she meant it for a joke. Her expression makes it obvious she didn't expect me to actually fall for it. It's too late to laugh now. I just feel stupid for not questioning her. I'm actually from around here, but moved to Colorado when I was a kid. Never had much interest in zoos. Colorado, huh? But why would you come back here? Moved out from my folks' place to make my own path. Have my own home, partner, life, and all that. To choose to move so far away from your family, especially to live in her apartment alone, it's hard to imagine, considering how hard it's been for me. Having problems with her family is one thing, but jumping states to get away from them? Okay, so this is in the US. Left wondering if I should delve into the topic any further, Aline speaks up as we leave the Savannah area. That's the wrong spelling of Savannah, I think? That's Savannah, Georgia. The few people around the zoo seem to be congregating around the eating area ahead. Just a good sign we should grab some lunch too. Hungry? Just a bit. To be honest, I just need a rest. Aline's pace is unrelenting, yet she looks fine despite how ragged I am. I don't understand it. I'll go grab something then. Go grab a seat for us before they're all taken, would you? Roger. Caprice's speech patterns are rubbing off on you. We both share a grimace at the idea before we part. Aline heading for the hot food stall ahead as I skip down to one of the two unused tables on the outside of the eating area. Practically fall into the hard metal seat, watching the condensation from my breath rise into the air as I recover myself. If nothing else, at least going out with Aline will do wonders for my fitness. With several couples in line ahead of her, Aline crosses her arms and patiently waits. I can't help but let my eyes settle on her as she does. Ever since we met, I've noticed how beautiful she is. Porter made. I'm a little impressed at her managing to bring the sodas and hot dogs over in one trip with very careful use of her fingers. You very patiently focusing on those fingers. Hungry from all the walking, I quickly slide mine towards me as she sets them down and takes a seat. Okay. Just grab yourself. Got it. How much was my share? It's fine, don't worry. You already bought my ticket. I said it's fine. Besides, it's nice to dote on someone. When she puts it like that, it's hard to argue with her. Letting Aline have her way, I start on my food. A loud bird squawks in the distance. It calls, reaching right across the entire zoo. I've always liked the strange and unfamiliar sounds you get in a place like this compared to the relative quiet of the apartments and the routine sounds of school. As comfortable as Aline looks, packing up her quickly finished hot dog and soda and pitching them into nearby Ben, I can't quite seem to settle down. Thankfully, she's willing to take charge, given that I have no idea what I'm doing and how to act. Enjoying yourself? Yes. I really need to settle down. At least she doesn't seem to be too harsh on me for my nervousness, but it's painfully obvious that this is my first date. That's good. I'm not sure what to make of you when you clam up. I'm just not as used to this as you are. What makes you think that? You've never gone out with someone before? Do I look like I have? I almost blurt out a rather blunt answer. Uncompromising is definitely the word for her, but that doesn't mean she couldn't have had a girlfriend before me. Especially at our age, come to think of it. At least I had the experience of being a bit shy, focusing myself on schoolwork. Aline said herself she's known since at least high school. Oh, that's cute. Aline brings her head down, resting her chin on her arms as we lay on the table. I'm dumbstruck as how she looks up at me with those tired eyes of hers. For what it's worth, I'm glad you're my first. You're a sweet girl. Aww. That look she gives me single-handedly explains why people do all this dating business. For one brief moment, it feels like the two of us are really in sync as we look into each other's eyes. Oh. That face. Oh my god, the bird. Only for a moment, though. Before a small bird suddenly lands on the table between us. Its head darts this way and that, but doesn't seem at least bit shy about parking itself in front of Aline's startled face. Oh, the look on her face. It's so cute. Well now, hello there. Hello there. General Kurnobi. Okay. Aw, a little fox sparrow. So cute. Even my excited whispers don't seem to bother the little thing, leading to me generally picking off a little bit of my hot dog bun and trying to feed it. While a little too timid to outright take food from my fingers, it does seem quite happy to pick at a few sprinkles of bun I leave before it on the table. Lane seems content to simply watch our little companion. You know what it's actually called? It's orange and white after all. That would make it easy to remember. As the slightly chubby bird busies itself, becoming a little chubbier, I feel my cheeks hurting from smiling. Yeah. You really like animals, don't you? I pause a little, but quickly start feeding again. This bird looks at me expectantly. If our little friend lives around the zoo, it's obvious how it became so tame. We've always had pets back home, so I grew up around them. Your family keeps getting bigger and bigger. Must have been hard change when you moved out. Aw. Having apparently had its fill, the bird spreads its wings, flies off at a surprising speed for its weight. I wave as it goes, my hot dog the worse for wear thanks to my picking at the bun. Aw. Bye-bye. You're a dork. I laugh off her jab before returning to our conversation. That was really cute. Oh my goodness. It was hard when I left, yeah. I have a new family now, though. You, Caprice, Rose, and everyone else I've met at college. Yeah, real family. Disappointingly, Aline looks rather skeptical at the idea. Then again, she doesn't seem to get on that well with anyone else besides Wallace and I. I was always an optimist, I guess. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe some of it will rub off on me. Aline picks herself up from the table, giving a big stretch as she does. For a moment, we just stare at each other, simply appreciative of the fact that we're here together. Hey, Allison. Yeah? She picks herself up a little off her chair in order to lean across the table. It becomes obvious what she's doing. Oh, relaxed enough to let her get away with a quick peck. Close my eyes and lean forward a little in anticipation, my heart beating just a little bit faster. This feeling of her tongue hits my cheek. My body suddenly freezes up as a shiver runs down my spine. I hear myself give a weird, startled gasp before I reflexively fall back into my chair. Aline looks rather nonplussed as she settles back on her own chair, her eyes studying me as she does. What was that? Just had mustard on you, Jake. And I was maybe bullying you a little. I feel my face flower into a wild blush as I grimace at her, partially for her betrayal after my expectation of an affectionate gesture, and partially for startling me so badly. I don't know quite how to read Aline's interested expression, but I don't care to ask as I sulk. I am generally a little mad at her, but I don't think it's getting through. I'm still not used to the physical side of all of this. Letting out an amused snort and picking herself up from her seat, Aline dusts herself off and gets ready to go. Come on, Miss Pouty Lips. Let's get moving before the weather goes bad. Aww. Oh. You went back to her place. I mean, that makes sense. As Aline closed the door to the apartment, I let my coat drop to the floor as I collapsed over to the back of the couch in exhaustion. How this girl can keep up such a pace up for a whole day is totally beyond me. Even now, she doesn't seem too bothered. The only sign she's tired at all being some stretching after she takes her coat and her scarf and coat off. Haven't collapsed on me, have you? I'm dead. You can have my stuff. Better check before digging the grave. Remember how they used to do that? Sticking a big pin into the toe to see if they woke up from pain? Look at that. I'm suddenly alive. It's the Christmas miracle. She busies herself behind me. My eyes are drawn to her entertainment cabinet that the television is sitting on. With curiosity getting the better of me, and perhaps to distract my wandering mind, I walk around the couch and press at the right door to pop it open. Hardly surprised that the movies inside are all perfectly organized, but the genres she's collected are strange. You want coffee or something while you rummage through my stuff? I love this. I'm not rummaging, I'm trying to think of another word to describe what I'm doing, but it doesn't take long to realize Aline's right. Looking like a kid caught with her hand in a cookie jar as she walks back over. Try to change topics. Do you really like westerns or something? They're all either those or documentaries. Sorry to disappoint. I just like westerns. Can't beat a nice simple plot with a good guy drifting into town, getting one over on the bad guy, and walking into the sunset. Nice landscapes too. Right, that makes sense. Something feels off as we stand around in her apartment and chat, but it's hard to put my finger on it. The silences are a little too long. The chatter nothing more than small talk we've usually never needed. Here we are, the evening after a date, filling in time, mulling about in her quiet apartment. Even the usual background noise of passing cars and busy tenants I hear around my home are nowhere to be heard. Just two of us shuffling about alone. The thought of sharing a night with Aline has passed my mind more than once, even if I've tried to distract myself from it. Is it too early? Would she think I'm weird? I don't even know how you even bring that up. Without any real reason to, I idly fiddle with Aline's movie collection and read off the covers to seem occupied. You know, our date doesn't have to end now. As her words trail off, my heart freezes. Her stoic face only makes this worse. My brain freezing between bashfulness and shock at her being so blunt. We've only started dating, but the thought of sleeping together has passed my mind. Left spluttering about, I awkwardly turn away to hide my expression. Do you want to watch one of them together? Do what you want. I'm going to take a shower. Right, I'll just get a drink. As she leaves, I'll wander over to the kitchen and grab a glass, pouring some orange juice for myself to try and refocus. My heart's still racing, and the thought of what Aline suggested is still playing on my mind. I wonder if I should really be letting Aline take care of so much. She doesn't seem to mind at all, but that's not really the problem. Even now she's suggested we do what I want to try, and I can't even bring myself to just accept. I want to get closer to her, but feels like everything's happening at her pace. Then again, Aline's not the only person in my life. I've let dote on me while I go with the flow of others. The door from the bathroom opens as I set down my now empty glass, but the words are stolen from my mouth as I walk over to talk with her. Allison? Were you getting clothes? Sorry. My face burns hot as I stammer out the words, but she only steps closer. She takes my hands to stop me from moving away, holding them softly. Her face is so close to mine. I can feel her breathing. Her eyes look into mine, questioning. Suddenly the thought of even a kiss makes my head light. All I can do is nod a tiny nod, which is enough for her to close the distance, kissing me more deeply than she ever has before. My heart races as her tongue touches mine, teasing it just a little before pulling back. I can hardly breathe, trying by the time we separate, left clutching my chest and taking a deep breath to try and regain myself. It looked like you didn't get it, so I decided to be more blunt. With our excitement over, two of us had a shower to clean up before settling in for the night. Excitement over. Wow, okay. Oh, this is adorable. Enveloped in the soft, loving warmth as Aline cuddles me, I almost want to nod off already as she gently strokes the back of my head. Given how cold she can be towards others, it's a real surprise she's so physically intimate. I have to admit that I like the sight of Aline snuggling into her body as I think so. I love you, Aline. I know. Oh. It's not what you're supposed to say. Alright. I love you too. Even a few weeks ago, never imagined I'd be sleeping with someone. Oh. We won't see each other for a while, so we have to make the most of our time before holidays. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that, all in the excitement. It'd be nice to see everyone again, but there's a pang of disappointment that I can't be with Aline more. You'll be going to stay with your family, right? Yeah, Colorado's not bad, so at least it's a nice change of scenery. It'll be nice to see my sister again, too. As Aline thinks about her faraway family, I'm reminded of my own. I've been excited to go back for the holidays for weeks now, but with her gone... You okay? I'll be fine, I just wish I could go with you. Sorry? Some plan forms in my head. I try to summon this same strong will she and Caprice have. I'd like to be with you over the break. Could I come? Oh, that face! Ah, she's so cute! Aline looks unsure of what to say. I wonder if she's trying to decipher if I'm making a serious suggestion or not. Even I don't know. And you talk about me going fast. Don't you want to see your own family really badly? I do. But they won't be back home right away. I'll go back before Christmas. I don't want to be alone until then. She looks taken aback. I suddenly find I'm actually arguing for this instead of merely voicing a whim. I'm not really sure about this. You've never been outside the city, let alone the state. Then there's the fact you'll be in a house full of strangers. I've coped with moving into Rose's apartment, and I'll be with you. After how much you've helped me until now, I'm sure it'll be fine. She tries to stare me down, but I've managed to find an internal willpower in some corner of myself I didn't know existed. Oh, eventually, thankfully, Elaine lets out a long, tired breath. Fine, you win. You can come. Thank you. But, if you're taking a flight, you kind of have a lot of money on the line there. I'm not going to ruin this. This is adorable. Just don't try to fix things, okay? As I snuggle into her warmth with a grin of victory, Aline silently smiles. She pats my head once more. That is absolutely adorable! Ah! It's so cute! Ah! Okay, I think that's where we stop for the day because, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ah! Was not expecting any of this. They are adorable and they are definitely going at a queer couple pace. That just like, sudden just boom. We're together. First date. Done. They're U-hauling at the expected rate. Like I made the joke, but I'm not kidding. Apparently we're going to visit each other's parents for the holidays. And it's chill. Anyways, with that, I hope you enjoy it. I hope that you're enjoying this just as much as I do. And if you are, please feel free to subscribe. Also send this to your friends. Hi. And with that, I'm going to leave it here. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye!